Hello everybody, and welcome to the third video about the Creative Background Brush, Holiday Brush. And, oops, I hit the table. I apologize if the sound is kind of not very good. Like I said, I'm in Mississippi and I'm working with what I can work with. And this is the best I can do. Okay, so I want to create something. I don't want to use what we have here, so I'm just going to come over here and delete that layer, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and add a new layer so that I've got something to work with. Now, I'm going to use this Creative Background Brush and a series of textures to create something. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. It's not going to be anything real exceptional, but it'll give you the step-by-step of how you can, utilize this brush with whatever kind of paintings you might be working with. I'm not going to give you the textures, okay? So don't ask me for the textures. You're going to have to use your own textures. You can make your own or use whatever Painter has given you. Now, if I go to my textures, there in the class, I don't remember if it was 2019 or 2018, but a lot of the students made textures and made them available to upload for the other students. I really liked a lot of textures that Lynn made from Australia. So I'm going to go to this one called Seed Heads, and I want to make it visible. And you can see that it's just little, well, it's seed heads. So I'm going to have to make it bigger. And so as I make it bigger, you can see that they're just little seed heads. Now I'm going to make it a lot bigger. And what I'm looking for I think I want to go right there, okay? So I'm going to accept it, and I need to save this as a texture because I may come back and use it again. So I'm going to save this as Seed Heads 2. Now what I use, we had done this before, is I use this little icon up here in the property bar, and I say OK. Now that's been added to my textures as texture, Seed Head Texture 2. I can delete it later. Okay, I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to go back to my brush. And why can't I go? There we go. I was wondering why I couldn't get back to the brush. I'm leaving it open for the moment. I want to reset the brush so that, I'm back to my regular setting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just paint a little bit right here, a little bit right here, a little bit right here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll put one more there, 5. Okay. Now I want to turn off my color. And I've got that pink set up. Well, it's all right. I can leave it in there. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just lightly going over this to get a center, basically, of some flowers. Big surprise, skip in his flowers. Okay, so I've got the beginning of my flowers. I'm not too sure I'm in the best place here, but we'll stay with this as is. Now I want to go to another form here. Let's go to, we need a background. And I probably should have waited to do the heads until I had a background. This is one of my backgrounds. It's rocks, and it's kind of dark brown, and I think that actually might be kind of pretty. So let's accept it, and we want to see where it is. It covers most of the image. So we're going to click there, see it comes out, and I'm just going to drag this down like that. And I'm going to accept it, and I'm going to save it as rocks 2 so that I still have the same, I got rid of my rocks. All right, so we'll try ROCKS dash or space 2. I'm leaning over my tablet in order to get to the keyboard. I really have a sort of strange setup here. Okay, now I'm going to turn this off. Once it sets, okay, turn that off. And I'm going to make my brush a little bit larger. And I don't want to have my email on. So I need to close my email. There. Okay, now let's start. Whoa, too hard. There we go. Let's just start putting this in, and I'm going to let it be kind of light. I'm going to go over the tops of this because I'm pretty sure I'll still be able to see the circles. Okay, now I'm going to do this over the whole image. So I'm going to pause the video at this point, and I'll come back after I've finished. Okay, so I've gone over the whole thing and just kind of gotten a loose brush effect down. I want to grab another color now, or another background of some sort. And I don't know what I want to use, but I'm going to find something. Let's try this one right here, this rust. And we'll bring that up. Yes, that's kind of what I want. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this down here. And I'm going to bring it out to the side and out to this side and up a little bit. And I've almost got a table right here, right? Okay, so I'm going to accept that. And we will save it as Rust 5-2. And say, okay. And then I'm going to turn it off after it saves. This computer is so slow. Come on. You should have saved it by now. Painter, don't you dare crash on me. Oh dear. Well, phooey. I'm going to pause and see if I can get this fixed. I'll be back in a second. Well, it got fixed almost immediately. Great. So now we're going to turn this off and get rid of that pink that I did in the center. And I want to change my brush because that pink color is going to get kind of funky. I want to go to a sort of a dark brownish red in case I start giving, pressing too hard. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm going over the top of the previous image. And I'm just going to go over it a little bit like that. And it sort of gives me, I'm going to do a kind of a crosshatch. And it gives me a little bit of color and a delineation from the rest of the stuff. Now I'm going to take off color and go to source blending, which is going to blend these two places together. It's going to give me a little bit brighter color too. It's probably too bright, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's too early to tell. Okay, so we've got somewhat of a beginning of a tabletop is what I would say. Now I'm going to stop the video because it's about 11 minutes and I'll come back and do the rest of it in the next video. All right, talk to you then. Bye-bye.